How's it going, everyone? This is a no damage 100% run of The Evil Within. Also on its highest difficulty, AKUMU. And as a added challenge, we're going to be doing this without any upgrades or using resources from lockers. So 100% for The Evil Within means to collect all the keys, all the map fragments, all the newspapers, all the journals, all the missing posters, and the audio tapes. I think that's pretty much it for anything that would be deemed as a, a collectible. But, yeah, I think the big thing with this run is that we're doing this without any upgrades, which are a pretty big deal for this game, especially on the highest difficulty.
All right, stay sharp.
If you didn't know, the game's, changes a lot with the higher difficulty compared to if you're playing on survival or casual. There's more enemies and, most of the areas of the game. They're more aggressive, they're faster. And with the sort of, like, clunkiness of this game, it makes it very difficult to get through.
Did you hear something?
Another thing, we're also doing this without the Fighting Chance pack, which is the pre-order pack that you would have gotten with the game if you pre-ordered it. But yeah, the pre-order pack gives you 2 extra bolts that you can craft, which are the flame bolts and the poison bolts, which are very overpowered. Mostly the flame bolts. The poison bolts are, if you ask me, they don't really make much of a difference.
I've got him.
But the pack would also give you a double barrel shotgun, which is like initially it does more damage than the regular shotgun. But yeah, I feel like doing these kind of runs is feels like it's the more natural way of playing the game is without the Fighting Chance pack. So yeah, throughout this run, I'll be doing more of a laid back, chill commentary. I won't be commenting on exactly everything I'm doing. I would like you guys to be able to just enjoy the gameplay as well. Just I won't be yapping over like exactly everything. So I'll be talking about stuff that I feel is worth it, especially when it comes to like the, I've done this run before, but it's different enough without upgrades. So yeah, for this first segment, we're just going to we're just gonna crouch walk here. This is faster than just like standing up walking. Like speedrun wise, we would be spamming the crouch up and down because that is the fastest way you get. Sebastian gets like a momentary speed boost, but I don't want to do that in every run. It's nice to just let him, crouch walk and that's it. So coming up here is our first of the 2 collectibles in this chapter. Not really too much to say about these. Thankfully, they're very easy to get. That note there is actually from Ruvik. In which, yeah, he leaves a note there, and then when you come back here later in chapter 15, he also leaves another note at that same spot. And he's basically saying something like, you know, do you still wish, you know, to, you know, get out of here alive or whatever? Do you still dream of survival? Something like that. It's kind of cool. So yeah, coming up with this locker segment here. So to say this shows up here, this is a segment that also slightly changes depending on the difficulty. To say this doesn't barge in here as quickly on lower difficulty. On Nightmare and AKUMU, he comes in this quickly. If you're playing in survival or casual, he takes a little bit longer. Yeah, this is like this whole chapter's like, or the whole beginning of this game is scripted basically. It's very on rails. He says it's gonna pass through, and the second like he gets to the corner there, we can leave. I also didn't. It took me a bit to come out of the locker there because you get locked in that locker, like you can't leave by yourself if you enter the locker like right away. The devs intend for that to be like a complete, you know, scripted event where, you know, you can't accidentally just leave. But if you actually wait till the last second to enter the locker, the prompt doesn't go away then. So you actually can leave the locker then whenever you want. In which saves like 2 or 3 seconds on a speed run if you do wait. Now here we're going to change the frame rate to 30. It's one of the many unoptimized things with this game. The Sadist can catch up to Sebastian here if you're playing on Nightmare or AKUMU and on higher frame rate. It's like a mix of the frame rate, you know, increasing the speed of everything, and then the difficulty as well also increases the enemy speed, so... So yeah, we just simply changed the frame rate to fix that, get around it. We also changed the frame rate in chapter 8 as well at the end, when we're running away from the Amalgam Alpha.
Find myself within darkness twisting me around. There is nothing I can do. And this world doesn't spin, it just turns itself around and around. The night chokes tight in the noose.
One of the best intros for any game ever, especially survival horror, if you ask me. So here, as well as grabbing the newspaper, we'll also be grabbing the gel. We actually need to grab the gel to actually progress the game. Because obviously there's a scripted event here where you gotta, you know, sit in the chair for Tatiana.
Are we awake?
Is everyone else all right? The city.
Whatever are you talking about? You are the only soul here. Right now.
A hospital.
This place is necessary for you. You're always welcome here.
I've been hospitalized.
I'm afraid I cannot answer that. Please, sign in here. Without signing in, there's no way to ensure your future memories. This way, please.
Smells like medicine.
So here's our first map fragment. It's right behind the chair there.
You are all right.
So that map fragment there actually stays there for a good while in the game. I'm not sure exactly when it goes away, but I believe it's there for like really the longest time.
What the hell?
So if you do end up missing it there, you might possibly end up looking behind the chair there at some point
This is for your own good.
No.
later on.
There now. You see? All better.
Lady, Amalgam.
I'll be waiting.
That cutscene there with Tatiana is actually one of my favorite cutscenes in the game. I just love the absurdity of it all. Sebastian's, you know, this is fine moments.
Shit. What the hell is going on? Where am I?
So yeah, there we're actually going to heal just because obviously we want to be able to sprint again. You can't sprint if you're in the danger state.
Connolly.
And yeah, this is going to be us for the next, 3 hours. Managing Sebastian's very low stamina bar.
Connolly? Hurts! Whoa. Were you warning me about this? You are Leslie, right? I'm a police officer. Maybe I should help you.
Should help you.
Shit. How am I gonna get you to a hospital?
Hospital. 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 Hospital!
What the fuck?
Man, I love the atmosphere of these early chapters, specifically chapters 2, 3, and 4. Just the whole like nighttime vibe to it all. I always think of the nighttime village segments in Resident Evil 4, which are also like probably my favorite parts of RE4. Alright, we'll get our next collectibles here.
Shit.
So here, going into the save room here is going to be a recurring theme where, you know, going to enter the save room, immediately go grab the collectibles and just leave.
I must be losing it. I don't know if that would bad dream or this is.
Whatever is the matter?
See you soon, Tatiana. So this haunted here you can kind of see if you're just immediately running there at a certain point. Well, mostly if it's I think if he like really makes it to the door, he'll just completely ignore you then, because he enters like a scripted state where he's just banging on the door. Yeah, so very basic stuff here. We're just gonna bait those haunted into the haystack. Recharge our matches here. And here we're gonna clear out these haunted here. So I'm just waiting here because of that. The haunted on the left there with the torch. I don't want him to see me right away. He can like ruin this on me. So walk with this guy behind me. I put the handgun in the shortcut. I'm gonna get a torch here. And I'm going to leave the torch here, just so I can have it there on the way back. So there's 2 collectibles to get here. Basically what I want to do here is to bait these haunted. So yeah, when I get their attention here, I'm going to wait, because if I run too quickly, they'll actually end up coming in through the front door where that haunted on the right was. And that's where we want to exit. So yeah, we'll go in there. I also don't disarm that tripwire, so you know they'll run into it. I give more time to get away. This was not intended, by the way. This doesn't usually happen where, you know, that guy ends up there, but I think he ended up there because he kind of got a bit further away from his spot when he usually sees me when I first got there. Alright, let's see what these guys do. Could be a bit of a dice roll exactly if they'll run into the traps here or not. So sometimes they just like to completely avoid running into them. I believe the haunted last in the bear traps for like about 10 seconds maybe. it feels like it's about 10 seconds. Probably about 8 to 10 seconds, maybe. So yeah, we get the map fragment, the key there. And I believe there's a file at the beginning. And that'll do it for chapter 2.
Good God. That's right. Just keep doing what you're doing. Shit. Better get out of here.
So chapter 3 here, this is the big chapter where we get our main weapons and so on. Sort of like the big, like, you know, intro for the game where you're really into it. Very, I would say purposely akin to Resident Evil 4. This is obviously, you know, the village segment from Resident Evil 4 where you meet the chainsaw guy, Dr. Salvador.
I'm not one of them. I'm a doctor. Marcelo Jimenez.
But yeah, I've always this has always been one of my favorite chapters as well. I always thought they did a great job with the design of this chapter. The way you can, like, you know, go to this Jimenez trigger 2 different ways, and you can kind of traverse the area in different ways.
Have a look for yourself. Those things.
I always thought they did a good job with this chapter.
Into the village.
Me too. They're all over the place.
Leslie went through that gate. Good Lord.
There are too many to shoot our way through.
One of us could try to lure them away while the other gets the gate open. You're the one with the gun.
If you say so.
So just like in a speedrun, we're gonna go straight to the sadist, because when you kill the sadist, it also kills every enemy in this like entire chapter. And like they won't just like all despawn, they actually like all die, and they also all drop their loot. So we could possibly get some hanging ammo or grenades.
Over here! Here! Hey! Over here! That's right, this way!
That old guy's gonna get himself killed.
Yeah. So yeah, we're not really intended to get here this quickly, because the sadist is not even spawned in yet. There he is. The devs don't intend you to get here, obviously, this quickly. Nor would you get here this quickly in a first play, for example. But yeah, we're going to use 2 axes here. And if you can get headshots, it'll take up to 6 shots. In which it takes 8 shots if you just go for body shots, which is more consistent. It's very easy to miss the shots, even if you're standing like right in his face like we just were. So yeah, we'll just grab the chainsaw and go. So that chest gives us flash bolts, trap parts, and then shotgun ammo. So we got some nice RNG hanging ammo there, which I don't really actually need to grab the bottle. Yeah, I'd actually mainly grab this bottle right now if I didn't get any hanging ammo. Just so I don't have to actually shoot the bomb the wall. But yeah, everything is free reign now in this chapter. We can literally do what we want. We can chill out. There's a good amount of stuff in this chapter. So that's a RNG drop there. From one of the haunted that are usually roaming there.
She's gone. My head.
You should find this useful.
Our next collectibles here. So this segment here, this is a scripted event that happens if you enter the safe hub here within, yeah, between chapter 3 and chapter 5. You'll end up getting this. This you completely skip all this if you wait till chapter 6 to enter the safe hub, which is actually the strategy for the speed run, just so you can completely skip this.
Detective Castellanos?
So here we're actually going to open the lockers because if you remember, there's actually 2 keys you get from the lockers. So we're opening the lockers, but we're not going to take anything from them other than the keys. And we're going to hope that the keys drop.
The contents are yours. Please come back whenever you need to.
This is also nice timing because there's the RNG keys right there. Yeah. So yeah, if we didn't end up getting the keys there, I'd say the next time I'd be opening the lockers would be probably around chapter 9. Because you end up with a lot of keys by then. Like, really, I probably should just do it in, like, chapter 15 or something. Because obviously we'd have all the keys then. And it's one trip to get to the lockers. But yeah, I believe in total there are like 47 keys in the whole game, and then 45 keys in the world. Thankfully, we don't need to actually like stay and listen to the tape. You just need to yeah, click on it and that's it. You can see the You can see like the prompt on the screen for it, telling you that yeah, you got the audio tape.
Previous trials indicated rapid deterioration of consciousness. Their minds became an exquisite mass, an amalgam of mental carrion. I'll have to connect myself if I want to experience their terror before it diminishes.
Wait! Over here! Wait, officer. You must take me with you.
Detective Castellanos.
Leslie should be just ahead. It is imperative that we find him. Oh, the hospice. Yes. Leslie was being treated here years ago. He'd come here thinking it was familiar and safe.
You know where we are?
Just ahead is the hospice my brother runs. He'll take us in.
That didn't answer my question.
Honestly don't know. For all I know, I'm losing my mind and you're just a delusion. But I'd like to think I still have a shred of...
So yeah, if you didn't know, there are a good amount of walk and talk segments in the game like that, and if you're able to,
I hope his brother's not in.
yeah, melee walking like that is way faster. And yeah, this guy glitched out because we shot him as he's trying to break down the door. So we have our next file coming in here.
The good doctor is here. Yes, expose everything.
Hey, what are you doing?
Nice miss in the matches there. I guess that's actually a good point to talk about that, the matches there and how easy it is to miss. It's a very common thing I see actually. You know, with just playthroughs of this game where people will use the matches and they don't land. And they're like, you know, really confused where the radius of the matches hitting them depending on like how close you are. As you can see right there. They need to be, you know, the body of the hunt need to be like somewhere like underneath where Sebastian's hand is landing. Same as I guess his body as well. Yeah, definitely his body as well, because many times I would, you know, be burning a haunted where, you know, they're like sort of like standing sort of behind me or whatever, just depending where they landed or yeah. Next set of collectibles here. Yeah, I believe there's like 4 collectibles here. Yeah, because I think there's a newspaper and the missing poster, and then there's 2 map fragments here. I remember these map fragments being very troll when first playing this game.
So many new admissions, and not a single
Because the second one here, number 7, I believe this is, only spawns in once you walk up a certain point, and then a trigger happens.
Fine. Fine.
And by that point, your camera is already faced away from the sink.
Fine.
So,
Fine.
most likely you're just going to keep going forward.
Fine. Fine.
You don't look well at all. Do take care of yourself.
We must be going.
What's wrong with this kid? He's gone down there.
Leslie! Oh, thank heavens. Dr. Jimenez is here. Settle down.
Wait, Doc. I think something's coming.
So yeah, very basic stuff here. We're just going to use the flash bolts just to make sure we get a easy kill on this guy. The first invisible haunted.
This place is a death trap. Is there anywhere safe at all?
I think that's unlikely.
Man, say what you will about the devs of this game and how they designed this, and
Can't get out.
We must be going. This
you know, all the optimization problems and stuff, how they
get
went about
away.
things, but I think they really were fair with the invisible haunted. They only show up like here, and then the beginning of chapter 5 coming up, and then
Doctor?
the next time you see him is what is at the subway at the beginning of chapter 14. How like infamous this difficulty is. You know, it's kind of surprising they didn't put like invisible haunted in like chapter 6 or something. So yeah, this key here is the final collectible of this chapter. Okay, so we've got a gauntlet fight here. So yeah, a Ruvik clone is going to spawn there. Okay, he's going to blow up there. That doesn't always happen, but it happened this time. And if you notice I'm running away there at the beginning, that's actually going to manipulate the Haunted's AI to sort of like, you know, run for me more in a way that we can kind of burn them together. So that was a decent fight. The fight doesn't always end up going like that. The Haunted can, even though we're like running away and I'm sort of manipulating their AI, they still can scatter around and yeah, come at me very, you know, separately. Which means, you know, I can't burn them together and then I have to use up more ammo. That's another thing with this game is that partly why I can keep coming back to this game is that it's never the same every time we're playing. Like that segment's usually always different. The water tank fight in chapter 5, and you know, going through multiple segments in chapter 6.
What is it with you?
So here we're gonna wait and just burn Lord to make sure she's in combat with us. She can hit you or immediately run and grab you here when you're, you know, you're in this like little stop segment where you're waiting, you're seeing the shutter go down. So yeah, if you want to make sure she doesn't get you there, just don't burn the body right away. Wait until, you know, the elevator's gone down, and then yeah.
Seems someone wants
So yeah, the beginning of chapter 5 here, this is our usual thing here. If you didn't know, you can actually get a stealth kill on the invisible haunted here, which is achieved by literally just running at the beginning of the chapter up to here. Like the second the chapter begins, just run to the left. And then run to the door where, you know, where you would exit it, and then like turn the camera to the right and just crouch and yeah, just spam the interact button. Yeah, there's actually like a the window to like get the stealth kill there is actually it's pretty lengthy. You have a good few seconds. So if you're unable to get the stealth kill there, it's purely just because you're not running there quick enough. I was meaning to grab the newspaper there.
Looks like I have to get down.
Yeah, so here we have 2 invisible hunter we'll be dealing with. I'm going to shoot him just to get a stagger, just to make sure we can run around them. And then my strat here is to walk up and then Just as he's getting to me there, start sprinting. Usually you'd be able to like avoid whatever he's doing there. So when you first enter this room there, you know, before you enter the puzzle room, in the middle, if you run like forwards initially, you'll always end up at the same puzzle room. So then if we go through the rooms clockwise, the first two rooms are always on the left side. So I can just like automatically just spam and it'll solve the puzzle, and then the last one will be the one on the right. And yeah, we got the
Assimilation of subject's consciousness.
we got like the note there into the room, and then the audio tape here.
Brainstem is centered on insertion point, followed by gradual onset of hemorrhaging as capillary stuff. Over time, degradation of the ego generates strong suicidal tendencies.
So yeah, let's go save Joseph here.
They lose who they are and become clay, completely reshapeable in my image. But not me. Something keeps me from staying completely within.
I've still got a little fight left in me. Let's get out of here fast.
So the strat here is we're gonna wait here. We're gonna do a charged up harpoon shot, shoot her around the chest or the stomach area. And if you do it correctly, you can actually skip this whole segment. And thankfully there's no collectibles here, so.
This looks pretty sophisticated.
So what's happening here is that there's like a mechanic with the harpoon where,
Let me see if I can
you know, you can actually like stick enemies to a wall or whatever if you know you do a charged up harpoon shot, and they'll be in like a down state for a certain amount of seconds. Now for them to actually stick to a wall, I'm pretty sure you need to be you sort of need to be aiming directly at the wall, and you probably need to be quicker as well. Or you need to be closer to them.
Let's just get out of here. There's something wrong with this place. Yeah.
I would say because the reason why she's not sticking to the wall when I shot her there is because of the angle I was at. I'm sort of like to the sides, so I would say if I was able to shoot her in a more, you know, where we're both like facing directly at a wall, she would actually be staggered for even longer then. Because she actually gets up pretty quickly there. Thankfully, she's down just long enough where you can just completely run by. So yeah, we got the map fragment there.
I knew it.
I think this is probably just another
Feeling
newspaper
better
here.
now?
So yeah, coming up here is the water tank fight here, as I like to call it.
We need to move.
One of the most inconsistent parts of the run, I'd say. The main thing we're trying to do with this part is to group up the haunted so we can shotgun them down together and then burn them. Saves a lot of resources, but doesn't always go as intended.
I'm fine. Think you better get down here.
So we're really run here. I'm gonna hop down here. There, I was trying to see if I could shoot both of them down together.
Shit, let's hurry it up.
Once you kill like 2 of them, yeah, the first gate there will come down. And at this point, I'm like, all right, so I need to burn as many as I can, and then keep Joseph.
How many of these things are
Just watch what Joseph's doing. But at the same time, I'm also thinking I need to save shotgun ammo. And here I'm using the electric bolt. I was actually intending to use that electric bolt for that second gate, so those hunters would run into it, but I couldn't get a good like set up for the first group of the hunters that came out of the gate. So here I'm scavenging for an axe.
Watch out, we've got dynamite.
And here, I'm just trying to knock this guy down. Go sort of like the long way around him so he doesn't blow up in our face.
Fuck.
And that's phase 1. And here, if you just stand at this door here, there's 4 haunted here. In which, if you time it right, you can axe the first 2 together, which 2 of the haunted there have an axe, so I axe one of them, I grab that guy's axe then, and then I use that guy's axe to axe the other group of haunted. Which is pretty cool strat. Thankfully we can actually like grab the axes through the doors as well. Like the prompt for them actually shows up there. And yeah, there's a bit of RNG to being able to burn those haunted all together there, the 4 of them. Usually, most likely, I'll only be able to get 3 of them together. And yeah, the last 2 enemies here, these 2 haunted with the dynamites. That's a successful water tank fight. And now at this point, I'm gonna shoot these boxes, see if they will drop a trap part.
You better come have a look at this.
We also need to wait for Joseph to talk there to actually progress the game.
I think there's another control panel around here.
Because for some reason there's a bit of RNG to that as well. Like he doesn't sometimes he won't like say his dialogue as quickly.
Tell me what to do.
It'll take him another few seconds. So we're just gonna axe that guy. He's a dynamite enemy. So, and here we can get a key. Thankfully, we can actually grab this key without actually entering this cell. See, we can grab it there. And what I just did there is actually a strategy you can use. There's that haunted I just ran by. He's another dynamite haunted. So, and he usually doesn't run up to you like that. But I've discovered that if I'm looking away from him and if I shoot the statue to get the key, it'll make him like run up to me.
Hang on, I'm coming.
And I'm saying that because he's usually like blocking the cell that you can exit out of there.
Where'd they go?
And yeah, there's just a bit of a chance that he's actually gonna like get you then. So. So these haunted here aren't programmed to like attack right away. They have to run to a certain point before they actually start going after you. So that's how we're able to run around them. Alright, we'll start off by burning these 2 haunted that fall down.
Sebastian.
And depending on what Joseph does here, I'll be changing the strat. So, sometimes Joseph will actually like kill 1 or 2 of these haunted. I've actually had Joseph like kill the big guy here and the other haunted together within seconds of each other. So yeah, we'll just finish off him. Even when the guns aren't even upgraded, they're still pretty decent. Like the damage isn't like too terrible, especially if you're going for headshots.
It looks like the door's locked from the other side.
Sebastian, maybe we can lift this enough for Kidman to go under and open it from the other side.
We're counting on you.
All right.
Let's get going.
We should go.
I'm glad you're both all right.
It's odd, though. Why would they catch you instead of just killing you?
Maybe he didn't see me as a threat.
He? Another one of those doors.
Sebastian, have you forgotten something?
Now that we've gotten those collectibles out of the way, we're gonna go over here. There's 2 haunted here waiting for us. Just gonna throw a grenade. It ricochets off the wall. Most likely it'll kill both of them. Sometimes one of them can survive. So yeah, just try and save a couple of seconds. You know, the quicker you shoot the flame, the quicker the oil in the ground goes away. So the actual hitbox for the fire there isn't actually really the fire. As you can see, I just ran through it. There's actually the oil in the ground. Once that goes away, you can actually run by. You do gotta be a little, I don't want to say careful, but there's like a wire there that actually shocks you, so... From what I've seen, it doesn't really hit you like right away. If you take too long to run by it, you'll actually end up getting hit then. So yeah, this strat here is my sort of go-to strat for these 100% runs, just for consistency. And that's chapter 5, Laura. I love the timing of getting her down, you know, right at the exit.
Go.
Subject's case history cites developmental delays. Indicates issues with communication, social cognition, repetitive behaviors. Signs of synesthesia reported. Genealogy suggests increased susceptibility to external stimuli. Pattern adaptiveness. Could you be what I've been searching for all these years? And under my own nose? Unbelievable. There can be no mistake. This one is compatible.
What in the hell?
So here I'm going to be purposely standing at a certain spot. I'm slightly moving to the left there, because you actually can move this guy's body, his collision sort of, just so he lines up in the middle. Most of the time it doesn't matter, but sometimes he can end up in a weird spot, and you know, wherever I'm taking out the thing in the back of his head, you know, that's where Sebastian will be. And sometimes sometimes I can be closer to one of the haunted, and they can actually hit me before they get shocked by the electric bolts. It's a small little thing, but it does matter.
Startled you?
Did they do something to my head?
You don't look well. You should take better care of yourself.
Photographs? A church. What was that sound? Leslie?
Sebastian? Sebastian? Sebastian?
Same place as the photographs.
Alright, first collectible of this chapter. Thankfully, the first two collectibles of this chapter are both keys, and it's sort of like just easy to remember. I don't need to worry about like forgetting a collectible for the next two spots here, the cabin fight and then the segment after.
Shit.
So at the beginning, we're gonna purposely just walk forward. I like doing the walk forward strat at the beginning of the cabin because it's random what the hunt on the left does. The hunt on the left at the beginning is the one you want to watch out for, because he's automatically active, and it's also random what he's gonna do. He might throw the axe at the beginning. He might, you know, run after you, and he'll always miss the axe if you walk forward.
Another moment. Just keep me covered.
So the hunt in this game can get like they can enter like a sped up animation, in which that actually can make them that guy at the beginning actually hit me. Actually, it's pretty rare, but it does happen. And yeah, if you didn't know, the whole cabin fight is on a timer of about like 3 minutes. Also, depending how quickly like we get through this door here, and then like once we jump down here, we gotta get like past the right turn here right away, because Joseph actually stops here midway. So the quicker you're with him, you know, the quicker he'll go to that door. Very surprised she didn't take a hit there. Pretty close.
I'll get the trap. You hold them off. There's twice as many of them. If you've got time to complain.
So at the very beginning of this like phase here, we can kill the first 3 hunted that spawn, and then this wave now of these 4 hunted. It's safe. It's completely safe to kill the big guy and the female hunted, and then one of these 2 hunted are the trigger for the next wave of enemies that spawn in, which it's a big wave. Like literally like about like 10 hunted will spawn if you trigger the next one. So it's pretty scary. But yeah, thankfully the flashbolt is pretty great even when it's not upgraded. Like, cause we're also killing time. Like when we're taking out those hunted, we're still you know, waiting for the timer to go down for Joseph to unlock the door. So I'm like individually stabbing the first one, either the fat guy or the girl. And now we just kite here until we're done.
Sebastian, let's go.
And like I was saying before, the hunt can end up in like a sped up animation when they're chasing you, so they can actually like they get like a boost forward, and they usually will always catch up to you, like depending on how big the boost is. So here we're gonna get the sniper.
Let's be careful.
We're gonna first off snipe this guy. I'm gonna shoot the wall there to get the hunter's attention. So I shoot the wall there at the left there because there's a bunch of hunted there, but specifically there's one hunted with a Molotov that will run down there as well, and it makes that other spot like way easier. But sadly, it was actually kind of pointless to shoot that wall because we're taking so long here that it's kind of, you know, didn't help us really. But yeah, we begin the segment here. Shoot a harpoon with that first hunted. Use a explosive bolt on the second one. And now we're here just going to use up the hanging ammo. You can see that, like I was pointing out with this Molotov guy there, you can see him like running back to his spot. Yeah, this is getting very messy here. And the reason why I was killing those haunted at the first spot there is because of Joseph. He's a pretty high chance of dying. So just to try and remove as much RNG as possible. Which, yeah, that actually ended up making it so that I was increased the chance of getting hit here, but we ended up getting away with it. Yeah, I want to end up getting the electric bolt there and this axe here. And yeah, here's the satisfying. So yeah, we're just gonna do one sniper shot to the head there. Just gonna flashbolt, use an axe, stab him. He ain't dead, yeah. So the sadist actually has momentary iframes there, by the way, when he's coming out of that little stab there. So you want to wait for a couple of seconds there. You don't want to just shoot him right away.
Let's be careful. It could be full of them.
And yeah, that's like one of the many ways of taking out the sadist there. There's always been a weird thing with that sadist with the flashball. For some reason, he would die easier when he was flashed. So, for example, if you were to upgrade the flashbolt so he's stunned for 7 seconds, if you begin the fight, flash him, run up, use an axe on him, run away, and then set down an explosive bolt, that would just kill him right away. And that's like with the explosive bolt not upgraded. Now, let's say you did that same strat without the flashbolts. Like, you waited for a certain timing to use the axe on him and then use the explosive bolts. He actually would not die. And yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. It's been a while since I like tested it, or yeah, you see, he's definitely not like taking any extra damage from being flashed or anything like that, because that's not a thing in the game, or yeah, it doesn't happen anywhere else in the game either. But yeah, well, one of the oddities of this game. But yeah, let me do a quick review of what we just did there. So the sadist, we got down and we get the key. That's high up, and now we enter here. We got the map fragment on the ground. Yep, and we get the journal here and the files here as well. Yeah, there's the map fragment there. So if you want to save a little bit of time, you can set down a bolt there in Joseph. You can set down either an explosive or electric bolt. They'll both work.
Do you think Kidman is okay?
You save a tiny bit of time if you use an electric bolt, because the electric bolt goes off like immediately once the segment begins. But, you know, obviously the explosive bolts beep before they go off, so...
Hang in there. Just a little further.
But I'm thinking of like resources here. We can freely use up the explosive bolts.
You okay? I'm fine. No need to worry. Should have just let them.
Huh?
Cover me. Let's go.
So yeah, we begin this segment. It's RNG how quickly these haunted are going to be running after me here. Usually it's only really going to be the first guy's going to get me that quickly. So I usually do like a little bit of a cheese strat to do the segment, but I thought, you know what, we did do a little bit different and just take them out. I've actually always considered the part there where we just, you know, cheese the enemies and stand in front of them to... Never really considered that to be a glitch in the game. Just, it's just... I just see it as that... I guess more of an exploit. But it's just that the enemies are more aggressive, the more forced to go after Joseph, so...
Joseph, are you all right?
Yeah. This looks like some kind of a marketplace. It looks deserted, just like everywhere else. We ought to keep moving.
So we opened this chest to get the trap parts. Of course, even though like I'm closer to the trap parts, the game makes me pick up the med kit. Alright, so here, yeah, we want to get the audio tape there. And we can get a key in here.
But he was also pious, a believer. Somehow he always supported the church, no matter what the newspaper said. He waved away the allegations as if they were infallible. The wretched, the vermin.
Where do you suppose we are?
More like when? This architecture seems straight out of the Middle Ages.
Yeah, but there's electricity. Elevators. This place can't be real.
It's like jumbled up memories.
I'm counting on you.
Okay, so we got our next collectibles there. So this segment here, there's a bunch of haunted here, in which probably the most dangerous one is the haunted with the sniper. So we're just gonna run back here, see him there in the distance. So yeah, thankfully we can actually pre-burn like most of the haunted here.
That should lead you out near the path to the church. Keep going. I'll cover you.
Yeah, so for the two giants there, the first giant we just shot there momentarily, we just ran. Very, our usual strat here. They'll always go to Joseph there if you hide in there. So if you want an easy kill, just, yeah, save 3 grenades for them. There you go. Only take another few shots. Especially, like, even, like, if you're doing this with upgrades as well.
Shit. A dead end.
I'll look for another route. Let's meet up by the horse statue there. This way. Wait, there was something about a horse in that house back there. Let me see what I wrote.
I guess we go down.
I guess so. Are you all right?
You don't need to worry about me.
What do you make of this writing?
Doesn't mean anything to me. Should it?
Hold on a second. I jotted something down earlier. It seems the sacrifices need to be lowered onto the proper altars, and the safe way to him will be open. I heard something. It seems that was correct.
So here, we're gonna set down 2 explosive balls to Joseph again. Specifically, one on his ankle, and then one closer to his knee. This is important, because it makes a difference if the bolts are separated, if you want them to actually, like, both be effective. Yeah, our next collectibles here. It's a very sneakily hidden file here. You can see at this body here, it's sort of, you know, behind it there. It's kind of hard to see. Yeah, that extra explosive bolt. Usually I would only use 1 explosive bolt here for Joseph's ankle. But yeah, we can do a bit of extra damage. I'm pretty sure this is the limit for if you want to do extra damage. Like, if you set any more, like, it won't do anything else. One thing as well, you need to skip this cutscene, by the way, if you want the explosive bolts to go off. Not really sure why that is. But yeah, it's beginning to fight there. The dog will either fall over or slowly turn to us there. Because the explosive bolts going off, he's in a sort of like a scripted state. Or like he's like staggered from the effect of the explosive bolts. And yeah, there you go. We just gotta, yeah, once the fight began, we just set down the explosive bolt, then shoot him as he's falling. And then it's like another, depending on how many headshots we got, it would be probably another 2 sniper rounds. And here, we're gonna, just to make sure he can't get us here. Nice safety strategy, just use a freeze bolt.
Over here! Hurry back before that thing finds you. I'm sorry.
And that's the
It's not
Sentinel.
just about being unable to see. It's about feeling normal.
It's all right. Let's focus on finding Kidman. Jeez, Joseph, all that for a pair of glasses. That sounded close.
It's all right. I'm here. Nothing is gonna get you.
Get you. Get you. Get you. Get you.
Okay, so we have chapter 7 here. This is a very, say it's a very relaxed chapter. Let's see what I can scrounge up commentary-wise for it. I'm sure something will come to mind as we go here. So coming up here, there will be a bunch of haunted, in which they sort of get paused or whatever if we click on the sort of the wall thing here where we grab the lithograph. So like I'm timing what I'm doing here because I don't want this guy to. I want him to like walk down a bit more because if I click on this and he's like closer to me, he can actually just hit me right away once the gameplay resumes. So now I'm waiting for the wall to come up here and I'm waiting to shoot him just half time because we gotta grab the key and all here. And I'm just watching to see if he's coming after me or not. So file here as well.
It fits.
So yeah, we'll go ahead here and use this handgun glitch to speed up the animation of the valve turning. Which, if you're wondering how to do that, it's very simple. You just walk into the valve, stand still, and reload, and then immediately spam the interact button. The glitch is kind of cool. You can speed up like anything that you can interact with, really. But it's mostly only useful for certain things, like the valves. Anything that like probably has a trigger in it. There's a certain door in chapter 9 that the door that makes you go into where you end up at the sunflower fields before you enter the barn. There's like a door you open and then it activates a cutscene, and it's slightly quicker to do that if you're trying to save all the time. The seconds. That's another example of the enemies in this game that are sort of scripted, where they have to walk up to a certain point before they start trying to grab you or attack you or whatever. You can freely just run by those alter egos. So if you notice, I one hit killed that alter ego there. If the alter egos are on the ground, if you run directly up to them and stand right over their body and press triangle, which is like, I guess, the other melee button, you know, you can like melee with both, like the shoot button and then triangle. Triangle on a PlayStation controller. But yeah, you'll like stomp. But if you're at a certain distance, like, or in any way away, Sebastian will end up kicking him instead, which won't kill him. Which if that ends up happening, you can actually just keep like spamming, and eventually you'll do the stomp.
Just one more.
Usually. So on the left side of where we just came from, there's no collectibles. All the collectibles are on this side of the area. Yes, so we get the key there, get the audio tape.
Cockroach. Sycophant. Living off me. Feeding off my work. Now, I'm so alone.
So here, I'm just trying to buy time, and just so all the other egos can come out together. We're gonna bait them all, get them grooved up, so we can get them all but one shot. so here there's a glitch that can happen. There's a glitch in Chapter 7 that can happen smash in a couple of different spots where you can get stuck in place. And just to try and save a little bit of time, we're going to enter the save room here, which we'll obviously we'll be doing anyway because we need to get the collectibles in here. But I'm also going to make a an emergency save in case it happens.
The worrying type.
I think we actually just got a checkpoint there as well, actually, so maybe I don't actually need to make this save. But the checkpoint before the one I'm talking about is we'd have to like do all that area where we went to that gas area to get that key, and we killed all those alter egos together. We'd have to like do all that again. So yeah, so we're stuck in place here. I can't move. You can tell by the... You know, if you play this game, you'll know when you aim, you know, the camera zooms, like, right in. But, yeah. No, we actually have that checkpoint there, so that's actually nice. Yeah, we need to enter the save room here again. We entered the save room after I got that checkpoint, so... Note to future self, just, you know, trigger the checkpoint, which, like, the checkpoint doesn't trigger, right away once you, like, open up that, like, where you get the last lithograph there, and the wall comes up, you gotta, like, walk forward a little bit. In the past, when I was sort of, like, routing this out, I immediately would, you know, would kill all those alter egos and then get the lithograph and then just immediately run up to try and get the key, and then the glitch happens and have to reload. But then I'd be set back another, you know, few minutes. But now, yeah, I just needed to walk up a bit and get that checkpoint. And we'd be right there if it happens. I would have liked to have an axe for this keeper because it just insta gets rid of him. But no. To a sniper shot and then this is like 3 shotgun shots, or geez, even more than that apparently. I feel like all those shotgun shots might have not connected or something. I feel like I would have taken only like 2 shotgun rounds after the sniper rounds. Maybe I'm wrong. So if you're playing the game on higher frame rate, it affects sort of the prompts and how quickly they tap. So if you want the keeper not to get you here, you need to be tapping as not really as hard as you can, but generally, you know, you don't want to be slowing it. Okay, we can get some hanging out there.
Does this thing stay dead?
So yeah, getting rid of the keeper there is a mix of 2 harpoon and then 2 shotgun shots, in which we're sort of going, you know, back and forth between, because you can actually stagger the keeper there, as you're seeing. So I start off with a harpoon shot and then I shoot him with the shotgun. He staggers and then I switch over to do another harpoon and then finish him with the shotgun. And here, grab the explosive bolt, the valve. And yeah, this strat here is actually only possible with the hang-on glitch here. Without the hang-on glitch, we'd have to use an electric bolt there to stun the keeper as he gets close to us.
Take this!
Finally.
Okay, so chapter 8. The beginning, we're going to run and then stop running just to recover the stamina. And we're going to shoot the left side of this board there. That's important to point out, because that board can sometimes, the hitbox in it just won't break if you shoot like sometimes the middle or the right side of it. So if you want to guarantee that the board actually breaks, shoot the left side of it. And like I was just explaining with the stamina, it's important to manage the stamina correctly there, because there's also an alter ego lying on the ground at the board, and he's sort of collision blocking you. So you gotta be like constantly like moving to get into him. And yeah, we get our next key there. Yeah, once we turn this once, we'll have a bunch of baby enemies. That's actually the official name for these small alter egos. They're just literally called the baby.
Suicidal thoughts are personalities exhibited as attacks on the core personality, as self-consciousness waned.
But hey, you can walk faster in the water if you press the free aim. You know, you're just pressing the shoot button rather than aiming to shoot. Really, I really love that they made that a thing in the game with free aiming. It's one of those like unique things with this game, which they removed from the sequel. Alright, we get the cave note there. I believe there's actually, even though there's only one spot left, there's still like 4 collectibles to get. There's a map fragment incoming and then like 2 notes and a key.
Doctor?
And there we go. And once again, we're gonna change the frame rate here. So this is like a, you're gonna see like a cart on the hallway here to our right. Yeah, so that little cart there. The Amalgam is gonna knock that forwards. And because of like, you know, frame rate like increases like the sort of like the hitbox or whatever. If it's on 60, it'll be knocked like right in front of Sebastian. And, you know, he won't be moving as much, or it'll just block him, and then, yeah. You just entered the kill. But yeah, just lower the frame rate to get rid of that. If you're playing on console, you have to worry about it, because all the console versions of the game are an unstable 30 FPS.
Detective Castellanos? Detective Castellanos?
Was that someone else's memories?
You were moaning in your sleep. Have a bad dream?
Let go of me! Let go of me!
Memories are vague things indeed. It can be easy at times for memories to be distorted by others. That is why they must be cherished.
Let go of me!
You You look as if you'd seen a ghost.
So here we have our first collectible. Little bit risky to be grabbing it like that because there's like a trigger incoming when you click on that door, but yeah. Time saves and all that.
No, not that way. No.
Alright, we're gonna, yeah. Don't forget the map fragment there, past jigs.
Wait, I've seen that house somewhere. I've never been here before, but...
Alright, so the mansion segment. So you're gonna see the chapter screen pop up here. That only pops up when you walk forward there at the beginning. If you just stand still, you won't see it pop up. And that's also a trigger for Ruvik. A sort of timer will begin once that chapter screen pops up, and roughly about 2 minutes he's gonna spawn in.
What do we have here?
I've done like testing, and it's somewhere usually between like a minute 50 to about 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Somewhere around that window. He usually spawns in.
Great. What did I just set in motion?
Is this... what did you call it? Your...
So here, so the haunted spawns in the mansion are random if they show up or not. There can be 2 haunted waiting for us here. One of the haunted has a gun, so I get the free spot ready for him. And yeah, if there could be 2 haunted here. There's only 1 this time. Because the haunted weren't down below when we were doing that first puzzle, eating the body, they're going to be here. And yes, soon enough now, Ruvik's going to spawn in. Which is, for a 100% run, I'm intending for him to spawn in anytime here. There we go. So we're just going to see where he is at, and we're just going to run away from him. Same as if he's going to spawn to the right here and just watch us in the trap. Which is pretty funny. So, yeah, we're just going to watch what he's doing. So if you want to sort of cheese Ruvik when he's chasing you like this, if you... Pointing the camera at, like, behind Sebastian like this is actually effective. It actually affects his teleporting. If you have played this, you probably have experienced him teleporting, you know, right in front of you and just high-fiving you to death. So you can actually prevent that if you point the camera at him like that. But you obviously want to watch, like, where, you know, what spot you're in and not accidentally walking into a wall or whatever, or walking into a dead end. That's why I use that spot there, because you can just circle around over and over.
Subject number 12, test 71B.
So yeah, I believe I got the note in Ruvik's room, and then we got the map fragment there in the bathroom. We got the key in here. And now we're gonna go to the left here. Another little extra spot. This is another thing that's random. This haunted isn't always here. And get the audio tape.
Maximum frequency stimulation of cortical regions is less than effective. The subjects scream and scream, but they die much more quickly. Tailored settings, cheap zones. The only question that remains.
Yeah, I was actually waiting a little tiny second there before running, because I noticed the haunted was doing his little wiggling animation. Which, you know, if you're like right on top of him there, you're trying to run by or whatever. That is like a melee hit, so you can't get hit by that. So that's another like sort of like common way of dying on AKUMU. So we've gotten all the collectibles. Well, I think we got like all of them for. There still is another note to get, but that's sort of mandatory because it's right at the puzzle incoming. And we'll get rid of him just to make sure he's not a hassle as we get out of here.
I knew it.
Don't you think you should use your green gel?
They have actually no idea about Ruvik's spawn the second time he comes in, but it's definitely longer than 2 minutes. I'd say. Pretty sure we've more than spent more than 2 minutes from the last time.
The hospital has not received the family's usual donation.
Another random thing here. There could be 2 haunted banging on that door. Same as they can actually like barge through the door as you're running up to them as well, which is the worst kind of RNG. Because one of them has a gun and they can just immediately shoot you. But yeah, that's the mansion segment.
Slice clean, all the way. No cure for what I'm going to do to you. Peel pristine skin.
Ruvik?
Yeah, I love to point out, if you look at the bottom there, you can see a tripwire. And it's sort of unfinished. Which conveniently makes it so we can just pass through there very quickly. Very speedrunner friendly. The sort of like intended way is that you'd have to like shimmy through. You know, you'd be constantly like going a bit more right and then going a bit left again, and you have to disarm like 2 bear traps. So if you're running a specific route there, you can get through that part very quickly. When you open the first gate, if you go to the sort of the right side, then go around left, and then another sort of mini left, and then straight up, the gates won't like block you.
Why was I led here?
I know you're in here. I can hear you breathing.
Rich bastard. What the? Shit. Better get out of here.
Alright, so the barn fight here. Very simple segment for, like, you know, if you know what you're doing here, you know how the segment works. It can seem, like, messy when you don't know the game. But the segment is basically just, it's 2 waves of 3 hunted. So what I do there at the beginning is to snipe the first guy and then use his body to burn the next 2. And you can also reset the hunted's body if you hit them in any way. Like, you know, they're slowly, like, getting up, but if you interact with them in any way, like, it sort of resets their position. And I'm sort of using that to make sure I can burn, like, those 2 hunted before the last, or the second phase of them, I guess.
My children. I want...
Beatrice,
There's a tiny chance the hunted can, like, reanimate as a, you know, as a burnt hunted, and then, you know, they can try and grab you.
How many have you killed, Reuben?
Reuben? Does he mean Ruvik?
Numbers are irrelevant. They received as they themselves gave.
Another big chapter here.
My head. Who is that guy next door?
Do you have any idea why this world is the way it is?
You heard something just now?
So here we need to be a little bit careful because of the tripwire, and that will actually block up this area. There's a key in here. Alright, so here we're gonna shoot that window. That's gonna attract 2 haunteds into this middle area. Which, a spinning blade is gonna start going off here. As we're about to see here. I'm gonna go back, you can see them over there. That's gonna make this part a lot easier, because one of those haunted have a gun. So let's shotgun these guys down, see what happens. Yeah, so sometimes one of those haunted like to not fall down from the shotgun because of the distance that I'm at. Alright, so we'll first set down an electric bolt here. Now there's a sniper in the distance here. So while they're all just running to the electric bolt, we can look out for the sniper and get him. And then just burn the group of haunted here. There's actually a second sniper that spawns here that you probably are familiar with. He only spawns if you walk to that door there. You know, where if you run out, you can see the snipers. So as long as you don't walk to that spot, the second sniper doesn't spawn in. So yeah, you can make it a lot easier. So yeah, we have most of the enemies dealt with here. I actually don't even remember doing that, but if you didn't know, you can actually, like, you know, I literally just disarmed that before I shot it. But, yeah, even when you disarm the tripwire, the bomb is actually still there, and you can actually shoot it, which is a pretty neat detail. So that's our next collectible.
What the?
So we just ran by a key there. I'm not getting it at the moment because there's a trauma chasing me. Thankfully, we can actually get it later, and the trauma won't be there. So for this part, we're going to throw the ball at the wall there. I'm just waiting for that hunter to turn because he can actually like see me through there. Alright. So yeah, the explosive ball plus the bomb on the wall will get rid of all them there. And now we're just gonna finish off whatever shows up here now. Sometimes they can take a bit of time before they all get here. Okay, so on our way back now, we run into a lot of haunted. We're gonna start off by running up here. This is I'm currently just baiting out a bunch of haunted here. I'm gonna hide here. There's a guy there on the right there. He has an axe in a. I'm purposely hiding behind the wall because he usually will throw the axe at me if he can actually like see me. So yeah, getting rid of all these Hondas is really good for this part because there's a key we gotta get here. That's kind of in a very awkward spot. There's like two traps here, and then we gotta like shoot it before we can actually crouch in here. Usually I'd actually want to be full on explosive bolts here, but there still is another explosive bolt we can get when we're running away from Laura.
What is this place?
Not that even I'm like short on explosive or trap parts at all, but yeah. Alright, incoming here. There's gonna be 2 traumas and 2 haunted here. I'm gonna start off by shooting this guy. He's gonna fall into the bear trap, and it's random how quickly this haunted will run to me here. He likes to take a long time to get here, but this is the best RNG here. If this happens, we can simply just freeze them all together, set down an electric bolt, and just throw in the crank here. It's more than enough time. So we'll go over here. Don't forget to get the key. There we can do the hang on glitch in this lever.
Everything I have, everything I am, has been taken from me since the accident by those who they are in the darkness, with only the phantoms of my mind to
Have you forgotten something?
Okay, our next collectible is to get a key from the Laura segment here, in which we need to actually kill Laura. And that's without upgrades. Thankfully, there's actually a big cheese we can do, so makes it super easy. We take a long ass time to actually kill her without upgrades. If I was doing it with the cheese, I would just like, I would say I'd be using up all my current ammo. Besides like the trap parts, I'd say I want to save some of them obviously for the segments after, especially the Amalgam Alpha. But yeah, I'd use up like all the handgun ammo, the sniper ammo, the shotgun ammo, and then just keep meleeing then her until she goes down. I'd imagine it would still take a while. Yeah, we're on a timer with these lever turns. We're waiting for the flames to go away. That's also random what's happening with Laura here. So here I'm just trying to kill as much time as possible. That was nice timing as well, baiting her into the flames like that. No, if I was any lower than that, she would have actually grabbed me there. It's usually pretty easy for the Haunted to grab you while you're climbing up ladders. The Haunted, Laura. Or grab from her, it gives us time to get away and then even grab this explosive bolt. So yeah, we actually had the glitch here where Laura doesn't spawn in. I believe this glitch happens because of like the camera. Like when this segment begins, when Sebastian climbs through the doors, you can see like the camera like turning. I think it's just something weird that happens with the game with the camera that makes it not spawn there. Not sure why, but I think it's related to that. But anyway, we're gonna start off by doing this the usual sort of like speedrun way I'd be doing this. Because I want the flames to be going away so we can escape. But yeah, we're going to leave that one body there. If you burn like all the bodies, she'll be spawned out the whole time, so... So yeah, if you didn't know, you can keep the flames going infinitely. If you shoot any sort of bolt at them. So sometimes Laura sometimes Laura won't get affected by the flame, or there's like a delayed effect. So to make sure that she does get burned, what you can do is do what I'm doing here, where I'm like running up to her and baiting out a grab. So it's taking her longer to get to me then. And she'll like usually always get burned then. And yeah, there we go. Very effective.
Shit, back here again.
I know you're out.
Ruvik must.
You have an odor of blood about you.
Okay, so here we have the Chapter 10 boss, the Amalgam Alpha. This fight can be, this fight can be very chaotic. But it can also be very easy and controlled as well at the same time. There's a lot of ways to manipulate him. Particularly, what we're going to do is use the explosive bolt here at the beginning, mixed with a flash bolt. We can get away with the explosive bolt and then the flash stunning him because it takes a bit of time for him to be fully alerted. But yeah, we use up all the explosive bolts, 2 sniper shots, a grenade to stagger him here. Well, he didn't get staggered that time, but he should have. But anyway, he did like a little, sort of like a cartwheel there, I guess. That's the indication that he's going into phase 2. That's what we want. It's good. Oh, this is not intended, but yeah, I gotta watch out that those car explosions actually do damage. So Yeah, we had everything go completely wrong here, but I guess it's fine. Just gotta back away and yeah, use another electric bolt and that's it. Not the intended fight, but we were thankfully able to make a comeback on it. I usually actually wouldn't be going here, but because we'd use those extra shots, we'll get the sniper ammo there. So little detail with the Magnum there. If you, for whatever reason, missed that little spot and you didn't get the Magnum will also show up coming up a segment in another few minutes. But if you did forget it, you're actually going to miss out on, like, I believe 5 Magnum rounds. Because that spot coming up where we could get the Magnum will also have Magnum ammo in it now because we already picked it up. But, you know, if you've missed it, you're picking up the Magnum then, but just without those 5 Magnum rounds. So, yeah, make sure you pick up the Magnum right away there. Yeah, here we're gonna dispatch of all the hunted in this area. There's actually a lot going on here, so it's best to do this. Yeah, we'll snipe those. And I guess to save I guess a shotgun round or even a shotgun round in a match maybe if I was usually what I would do there. Get a stealth kill on that guy and then burn this guy. Yeah, so here we're gonna set an electric bolt. Once we pick up the key to escape from this area, there's gonna be two enemies with machine guns that are gonna spawn in. So that electric bolt's gonna stun one of them. That's gonna be waiting for us. Okay, so once we got the key, we just want to, if we're quick enough, we can just immediately sprint here. And you can see the guys stunned there from the electric bolts. It still is actually possible to actually just run through there right away as well without using the electric bolt, because that guy usually doesn't attack you right away, but I've had him shoot me there as I'm running past, so it's 100% consistent if you use an electric bolt to stun him.
Sure as hell don't want to go back in the water anytime soon.
So for higher difficulty, you have to kill 2 Ruvik clones in this spot. There's only one of these on lower difficulty. So yeah, we can just harpoon him and then just burn him. If you didn't know, you can actually shoot these lower arms as well to get rid of them. Yeah, and run into the electric bolts, and there you go.
Some kind of fake? You gotta be kidding. This place is filthy. Is this his doing?
Detective,
Are you all right?
you do realize there would be no one to replace me.
So yeah, we get the collectibles in there, and now we just go back out. So here's another very tough segment, probably one of the toughest in the game. This garage door segment, very similar to the section of Resident Evil 4 on the island, you know, where the shutters are constantly opening and new enemies spawn in. There's a lot of Ori 4 references in this game. It's, you know, made by the same director, so both Shinji Mikami games. So here, we're going to use the flash bolts. The snipers, if you didn't know, he's actually already spawned in. So I'm like timing that there. He's sort of like wiggling from the flash. And once he, like, you know, is in the end of the flash animation or the stunned animation, he yeah, he'll like be standing like straight then. So I'm like waiting for him to stand straight so I can headshot him. So that's one way of getting rid of that sniper. There's a few ways you can dispatch of that sniper. Got some weird RNG there, but those haunted there, that one haunted, like, you know, just completely trying to run around the electric bolts, but luckily we got him. Here we got some bad RNG as well. And at this point I'm like, you know what, let's use the Magnum, because I can use up, like, I think I can use 2 extra Magnum rounds as emergencies. Because obviously we can't upgrade our capacity with the Magnum. So after the gondola, we'll be picking up like 2 Magnum rounds, and then a bit into chapter 13 there'll be like 3 Magnum rounds we'll pick up. And at this point, like, we're already full on Magnum rounds, so... And I believe we can carry like 12, I think, but anyway, the reason I'm saying this is because we want to use up a certain amount of Magnum rounds where we're picking up. So we're able to pick up all the Magnum rounds that that are available to pick up. So I gotta like pick spots to actually use them at. In which 2 Magnum rounds we'll always be using them at is the boss in chapter 12, the Heresy Spider. You can speed up those segments with the spider by shooting them in the face with the Magnum. So that's 2 guaranteed shots, and then after that it's kind of like free reign. I kind of just like choose like where I want to use the other Magnum rounds. I believe I used 1 Magnum round already, and I think I'm going to use the other Magnum round on the Heresy as well. So I'm going to use 3 Magnum rounds on the Heresy, I believe, anyway. Mainly just to try and increase the chance of him staggering, because like shooting with the Magnum should usually stop him from like doing most of his attacks, but you can still in the second phase. Anyway, and we're just these guys, yeah, flash these guys. So this haunted here. This guy won't attack you right away. He has to. You can see like he's pointing his gun at me and not doing anything. He has like a spot that he has to walk to before he starts shooting you. So it's kind of funny that you can do that. Even though he's like literally, getting ready to shoot you, but he doesn't do anything for a few seconds. So this gondola fight all comes down to how many shots I miss here with the handgun, trying to get rid of these haunted. So far, so good. And we're like landing all the shots. That's all very basic. And at this point now, we're gonna shoot this guy off, and then we're gonna back off, and then we're gonna snipe the barrel just to make sure I actually hit it. Get rid of him, switch to the shotgun, and then shoot those guys off, and then shoot the barrel hit with that guy. And that haunted that. If you notice, there was another haunted that jumped down with that Molotov guy. It's random how quickly he jumps down, so I'm actually waiting to see how quickly he is gonna jump down before I can shoot the Molotov guy. Just to make sure they both go down together. And then yeah, I sniped the machine gun guy on the left at the top now, with 2 sniper rounds to the leg, and then there's finally the last haunted, which has a Molotov. You don't really need to worry about the Molotov guy. He always he always misses like the Molotov there that he threw at me before I got him. It's the one after that one that usually will get you. Anyway, our next collectible here. And like a little zip glitch there happened. So yeah, another journal here that activates the mirror. This is pretty unique. This one doesn't actually... Like, usually when you get this journal and it opens the mirror, there's usually collectibles in the safe vault, but not in that one. There's actually no newspaper in that one. Newspaper or missing poster. But yeah, we got the journal, the audio tape.
Better get over there.
So all those hunted there that are attacking Kidman, they actually have 1 HP. Or they're either programmed to have 1 HP or they just die with 1 hit when they're there. And these are actually the same like enemies that will be there once we actually get up to Kidman. Which like in video game logic, like you would kind of imagine a video game would make it so that they're separate or something. But no, they're actually connected with that area, so whatever ones you kill at that point there'll be, you know, that one less when we actually get there. So yeah, the Shigio enemy here, which is the fish chasing us. You usually can avoid the fish if you were just if you were just moving like the whole way there, like it was there. You usually avoid him getting you there. Okay, so yeah, just recovering the stamina, and then we're gonna get the LD's haunted attention and run away from them. Very nice group burn there. Yeah, if you didn't know, there's also a trap part here, or the bear trap there, which very odd spot to put that bear trap there, because it's underneath the scaffold thing, whatever it is, the crane. Which you'd have to like really run up to actually get affected by that bear trap. And the reason I'm saying that is because that bear trap only spawns in once you have, I think when you've like gotten the attention of those haunted, that's when the bear trap is actually spawned in there. Very specifically odd spot to put it at. Anyway, so here I did very specific movement there, because there's a haunted right there with a machine gun, and I ran up and then I stopped at a certain point to recover the stamina, and then I ran again just to make sure I'd have enough stamina to run by and not have to use any resource to stun the guy with the machine gun. I could just run past. Like if I had max stamina, I could just run the whole time, and that was it. But also, if you noticed, I ran down the stairs and ran back up. That actually despawns the enemies, so if you want to do that part very quickly or easily, yeah, just run down the stairs and then you'll despawn the enemies.
He's in bad shape, or at least he was when I last saw him.
What about the boy from the hospital? Leslie?
I found him in a cage. He freaked and ran, though. I think we've all been seeing strange things. Have you been having any nosebleeds?
No. Why?
Joseph was. It's like he was turning into one of those things.
Maybe it doesn't affect everybody.
What is this? Did you shoot me?
You started turning into a monster. You attacked me. I'm sorry, but you're tainted now. You might try to stop me through you.
Wait, what are you talking about?
Get it open. Get it open. Get it open.
Leslie? Leslie, is that you? Leslie? I'm getting tired of playing games.
So yeah, this gas factory here, this is one of my most hated parts of AKUMU just because of the randomness of it. So here I'm just watching to see what the... But basically the segment is, I'm just reacting to what the Roombas are doing, and then, you know, I act accordingly. Sometimes it doesn't go according to plan, even if I'm patient. But yeah, this is actually pretty decent. Thankfully, there's not like anything for us to do here, like collectible wise. I'm just gonna get through the segment and that's it. And for some reason, this Honda doesn't hear your footsteps there. I think he does, like if you're following for longer. I think there's like it's like a scripted event there. But yeah, if you just like wait there for a certain time, he'll turn around. You can just run up and stealth kill him.
Joseph.
Whatever is the matter?
Alright, so still a key to get here. Usually you would have to use the sniper in this. Yeah, I remember you can actually shoot that key with a harpoon. I remember doing that before. I don't think you can shoot it down with the handgun. I don't think the shots in the handgun reach that far. Anyway, I'm pre-equipping the Magnum. This will help skip sort of a phase of attacks on the heresy enemy here, the spider. If you've done this fight, you'll know like he does like a bunch of, you know, different attacks on you and you have to avoid them. So that like, you're basically like skipping all that. As you're about to see. So we shoot. Okay, we're going to use a grenade here. And yeah, there we go. That's the end of the fight. Funny enough, like if I wanted the best time RNG, that's actually a little bit slower. You can actually, it's a little bit random how quickly he gets off the bus there. So the trigger of the fight ending with the heresy there is connected with when he brings out the little slug enemy things. And that's like only phase 1. There's going to be a phase 2 with the heresy after this whole segment, in which we actually got to make them bring out the slugs two times the next time. Which it's mostly inevitable that we can't like completely skip all his attacks then.
Now what? Sebastian, they're above us. Watch out.
So yeah, this part here is mostly in the timer. I think I think you save a bit of time here in this part if you kill like the first few enemies here. The first like maybe 3 enemies or something. I haven't like done any like testing, but it's just a theory. But yeah, I'm pretty sure from like here on it's just all times. Anyway, I did a charged up harpoon shot in the haunted, which was a Molotov haunted. That one on the right actually respawns, so like all we're doing there is just yeeting him out of the area, and he's unable to get back, but he's also not dead. So as long as you don't have the harpoon upgraded, you can just shoot him away and he won't get back, and it makes this a lot easier. Very good AKUMU strat. So even though this is all segments all time, we're still obviously killing the enemies because it's they're gonna end up getting us killed in some way. And I can actually tell when the next hunter are gonna spawn in here because of the music. The sort of sound effect that's playing right there. That haunted always spawns in when that music goes off. And then, yeah, this guy with the Molotov, he doesn't respawn. So you can actually I just pick him off with the handgun. And at this point now, we're completely safe. We can just hide underneath the bus. The Molotov guys are the only ones that can actually hit you when you're underneath the bus here. So that's why I, you know, get rid of the one on the right, because he respawns. And just get the one at the top, and then there you go. And we just wait it out.
Leave these ones to me. That was a close one.
So once again, yeah, we pre-equip the Magnum. So we want to be, if we want to like skip the attacks of the heresy, you need to shoot them like at the beginning. You have a little bit of window of time, but yeah, just pre-equip the Magnum. And it doesn't even matter if the Magnum's not upgraded. There's something with the impact of the Magnum that skips it. Also, I'm pretty sure I missed that shot, by the way. But yeah, we do that extra shot just to... Because sometimes Joseph can actually like stagger the heresy with his shots. And if he does that, that will actually skip a phase of his attacks as well. And it'll make him go to bring out these, yeah, the slug enemies again.
Get this thing moving.
So a little thing with the slug enemies there. So they initially don't actually do damage to you. Like if they're on their own, they won't actually do damage to you. It's when one grabs you and then there's another one coming after you and it leaps at you. That's what does damage to you. So if there's only one left and it grabs you, you're completely fine. You don't have to worry about taking damage.
Just get us out of here.
There's an ambulance there. There might be some kind of first aid. I'll go.
No, I'll do it. Don't let any of them on board.
Okay, so what we're going to do here, we're going to bait all the haunted that are roaming around here. Use the first bottle, you can see those going all the way there. I think we use like 3 bottles here. I believe they're not all in that spot where I threw that bottle. I think there's still a few like at a different spot. But yeah, this bottle here should guarantee they all go to the same spot here. At least most of them. Okay. Yeah, so here we're gonna throw the bottle at this yeah, the explosive on the wall. The wall bomb. And now we can do just set down a explosive bolt and then there you go, you get double damage. Yeah, I'll get rid of most of them. Yeah, they say yeah, everyone's gone from that was down there. Don't have to worry about that sniper. For some reason he doesn't like attack you if you're getting close to him. He always like jumps down off the truck. Alright, get the only collectible in this chapter. Alright, so that shot is actually great because it actually attracts all the haunted that are in this spot here to the car and we can just run past them. And I'm just waiting to run because obviously our stamina, we can't like run for long. And if you didn't know, you don't have to like use the Gatling gun to get out of there. The sort of intended way of doing that part is that you want to get rid of those haunted and then use the machine gun in the car to, you know, shoot the bus or the cars there. So they blow up and then you can run past.
Let's get out of here fast.
But thankfully there's a spot you can climb up at the front side of the bus. I guess so from our perspective, the front side.
Kidman? Jumping at shadows.
It's been a while since your last visit.
Man, I really wish they did more with the safe hub in this game. The way it's getting like destroyed right now, I wish they made it so like enemies would come into the safe hub and attack us, or one of the other patients' room would open and, you know, it would make us enter like a really like messed up area or something, some sort of, you know, creepy area or something. I really feel like they could have done more with that. It was sort of leaning towards that with Ruvik showing up in the safe hub at the end of chapter 8.
Is that a subway sticking out of the ground?
Yeah, but look how it's positioned. If we can get over there, we might be able to use it to get across.
Let's just concentrate on getting out of here.
No, don't risk it.
Hold on. I think I see another way down. I'll meet you on a lower level.
Damn it. First Kidman, now...
I wonder if this scene is a reference to Silent Hill Homecoming. There's a scene in Silent Hill Homecoming, if you didn't know, where the main character, he's in a hotel and he sees Pyramid Head and he walks by just like that. Like, he doesn't like notice you at all, he just walks past menacingly. He's just walking by menacingly. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to use a couple of bottles here. So that other bottle before that one I just used, that attracted all the haunted in the area to the middle of the room. And it's kind of funny that we're sort of like swapping places with them now. I just baited all the haunted to the beginning of the area where we came from. And now we can kind of do what mostly we want to do here. Go over here and shoot the key. It lands on the bottom floor there, which is below. That's where the keeper is. So here, I was sprinting there. That attracts the haunted. There's a haunted here. And thankfully, we can actually do this like quietly. The keeper hasn't... Thankfully, the keeper doesn't hear me like shooting there and all that. You need to walk to a certain distance before you'll actually start like hearing your shots. We'll not disturb the keeper. We'll let him do his thing. So yeah, we get the key. There we go. Very simple stuff.
That way, no. Haven't you figured it out yet? Oh, he loves tormenting others. Has to let them know he has the upper hand. Lays out the bait, gets his victim all worked up. His unholy traps. When it was happening to me, I could see what was going on. I could see it, but I couldn't turn back. I had to know. I had to know the truth, and he knew it.
Detective Castellanos?
Lady, level with me. Am I going crazy?
If one wishes to survive, one would do well to consider who they trust.
So there is a few haunted here with a bunch of explosive bolts in their body. So we're just going to stand here and wait for them. That was actually nice timing. So if you didn't know, if you actually like disarm these, you get an explosive bolt from them. And yeah, we can get, there's a map fragment there we want to get.
Joseph? Now what?
Okay, so we have the Roomba kitchen here. I'm gonna preset down electric bolt. Those two Roombas here most likely will go into them. Not always now, but pretty high chance. But yeah, we get the key in this area. So yeah, that Roomba completely divided there, but we did get... Did we get? Yeah, we got one of them. So now here I'm just disarmed this, waiting for the flame, and now I'm just checking to see where's this other Roomba. He's right there. Set down the electric bolt there because there's going to be a bunch of Roombas coming up here. There's one of them has an explosive on them. There we go. So yeah, my go-to strat for the beginning of this is to use two standing throwers with the grenades here. It is quicker to throw the grenades like when you're crouched, but the grenades don't accurately get thrown to the keeper there if you crouch. So if you want to make sure. Yeah, if you want to make sure the explosive balls actually get in there. Or the grenades, I mean, yeah. Just two standing grenade throws. And the strat I'm going for there to get rid of them. So we got to kill the keeper 3 times here. So the second kill there, I did a mix of an explosive bolt, sniper shot, and then a handgun shot. There we go.
God damn it. better find Kidman. Joseph, you've got to be alive.
So coming up here, it's gonna be a haunted here that's like messing around with some explosives. There's like a trigger where he sort of like activates and starts moving if you walk up to a certain point there. Now I could have just simply went to this bathroom here and did all this collectible stuff, but a lot of time he even if I like slowly was opening that door, sometimes I've had him like be coming after me.
Don't you think you should use your green gel?
And I didn't want to like let him have an advantage of trying to get me or anything or when I'm exiting out of the safe hub here. Because you can't like once you exit out of the safe hub, you can't move right away. Yeah, there's like a little bit of a stagger. It's not much now, but with this game, you want to make sure you have as much control as possible. So here, I'm just gonna walk. Yeah, simply just let your bolt down and then go from there. Yeah, this is my favorite strat for this area. Simply just running across the wall there, and then just flash bolting at enemies, and that's pretty much it. Right here, I'm purposely sprinting so this guy hears my footsteps, so that'll make him just always run to there, and then we can just shoot him down to get him out of the way. Because usually he's like, you know, roaming around in the middle of the, you know, all the bombs, and it's just really awkward to try and like fight him at that point. But you have more control if you just do what I did there.
Have you forgotten something?
But she's...
Yeah, so there's the Tatiana missing poster, and there's also a newspaper on the ground there. Very easily missing, I would say. Maybe not, actually. Maybe not, because most likely if you're coming in here, you're probably going to go to the... You're probably going to end up going to the lockers, so maybe you'll actually end up getting it. But yeah, just being randomly on the ground there. I can definitely see why somebody would miss it. So here we're using the free aiming to go faster in the water here. Okay, so this incoming spot here has like two trauma enemies and a few alter egos, which have one-hit kills. So let's see if am I fully draining the... Yeah. There's a couple of ways I can do this part. So if you want to do this completely safe, using the electric bolt when you get to the valve is like the guaranteed way of doing it safely. And then, but because of the handgun glitch, we can actually, if we're quick enough, if you don't mess it up, you can actually do it without using the thing. But let's be absolutely sure. You need to shoot him. He always enters a grab animation if you just try to run around them. Okay, this is like the second last map fragment. The final map fragment is actually the final collectible to get. Which I guess they did that because you know, the reward for getting all the map fragments is if when you went to the safe hub, you get like a new like piercing sniper rifle and a new handgun.
Damn it. What am
which
I?
auto fires. And they want you to just use it in New Game Plus, and at that point you can't enter the safe hub again, so yeah, the Quell here, without upgrades, we need to be more accurate with our shots here. We're gonna sit down, yeah, a shot, wait like a millisecond before we shoot, just so we can get a headshot. There we go. Yeah, shoot twice there. Shotgun sniper shot. Switch over, more magnum shots, and yeah. There we go. Pretty decent Quell fight. I also saved some extra Magnum rounds.
You've published my research in your name again. Did you think I wouldn't find out?
And I have done you a favor. You have no credentials. You'd never appear in a reputable journal otherwise. Nobody in the world knows you even exist.
Oh, but they will know. I have surpassed you in every way you can imagine. No matter. I have what I need. All that's left is the procedure.
Indeed. That is why we are here.
We? You wouldn't dare. You couldn't complete it without me.
Precisely.
Trying to make me feel sorry for you?
So yeah, this segment here is exactly the same as before. Kind of weird that they made us do this again. Just rinse, repeat, do the same thing. And we gotta wait because they actually have iframes there. Yeah, if you didn't know, those hunted are special. They don't have like any health or anything. Like, it doesn't matter what you shoot them with, you can blast them with the magnum in the head. Their heads don't explode or anything. They'll just like fall over or whatever.
Nobody here at all?
Poster of a young Kidman.
Ruvik?
Losing our minds. 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 This way.
Hey, wait! All right, kid, where are you taking me?
This way.
It's going to come down.
Sebastian!
Leslie! Beacon, just like Joseph said. I knew it.
I was aware of every slice, every severed nerve, every tug of flesh pulled away from my bones until absolute darkness overtook me. Darkness and pain. Leslie?
Don't want to go there. No!
By the time I realized Jimenez had betrayed me, it was too late. I was so close. He knew it.
Okay, and here we have our final collectible. All 150 that are in the one playthrough here. There is one other collectible, but it's in New Game Plus only, so... The whole idea of this run is just to get everyone that's in the, you know, the one playthrough.
Damn it! Hey!
So yeah, very basic setup here. We immediately go to the right there at the beginning. A little detail at the beginning when I was climbing up the walls there, like when that segment began. You want to be climbing up on the right side of it, because you can't, there's no, like, prompt or whatever, or... There's no, like, collision to interact with for Slash to climb up on the left side, really. Or at least you won't do it as quickly, but you'll instantly jump off if you go to the right side of the wall. And that's important to point out, because you've only a certain amount of time before the hunted spawn in, so... Especially at the beginning. Now here we're going to burn what I can, and then finish off whatever we miss. Yeah, only ended up getting the Ruvik clone. So with this being no upgrades and all that, we definitely got to be careful with our resources and what we're using here. And here, yeah, putting that there as a safety. There's a group of hunted on that spot where I set down that electric bolt, and one of them has an explosive bolt. So I'll keep them off away from us for a few seconds. Yeah, let these guys into the electric bolt, burn them. Here comes the status. Now we're just gonna walk up here, purposely let him hit those spikes. And we'll go for 3 headshots. Go up here, and now we just do 2 magnum rounds. So it doesn't matter where you shoot them. That's that gauntlet fight segment. And these enemies here don't attack it unless you walk forward, which is funny. So when you just like jump down there, that segment begins when you come through the door. Yeah, just basically just stand still and you get a free kill. You can pick them off with the sniper if you have ammo. Yeah, our usual business here where we set down these explosive balls. You'll notice I'm setting these down separately. This actually matters in a... You won't do as much damage with the explosive balls if they're all like on top of each other or whatever. Yeah, we'll do 4 shots to him. And yeah, the magnum shot for the outer keeper, and there we go. Double keepers down. Kind of funny that, yeah, the copy Silent Hill 2. Silent Hill 2 was the, the double pyramid head fight.
Ruvik.
This game is filled with references to, like, literally everything. I feel like Tatiana and her outfit is a reference to the nurse in Silent Hill 1. I think her outfit's actually pretty similar. So we're gonna shoot those 2 bombs. Yeah, if you didn't know, you can actually shoot these eyeballs there and gets rid of them. Only for a few seconds though, so keep that in mind if you're using this. They do open up again after a few seconds.
If I make it out alive, I'm never riding in an elevator again. It can't be.
So, for the sort of gameplay here, like the on-rails gameplay here, at the beginning of this, you want to run to the sort of right side here, go hard right, and go up here and go left, and from here just go straight on. So coming up here, there's gonna be 2 segments where first we're using the machine gun and the car to shoot the weak spot, and then after that is the rocket launcher part. You can actually, they're both like connected with each other. You can actually like end them quicker if you shoot enough of Ruvik's brain. And I'm going to be trying my best to shoot Ruvik's head here, because you can actually, like, get a... I guess you could kind of say, like, a one cycle. And you can, like, end this part, like, really fast if you get lucky enough with the headshots. And didn't really get that much there. Yeah, I think if you're lucky, you can end the fight right here. All right, that's still fast. That's still decently fast. But both like casually and speedrun wise, I hate this ending, because you can lose a lot of time here, even when, you know, I've put so much time into this game. It doesn't really matter. Like even there's something with the timing of the rocket hit and all that that's not consistent. Like I've tried to time this at the exact same timing, and sometimes I get the headshot and sometimes I don't. So yeah, we'll do that. Okay, that was a good shot, I think. Trying to get as much headshots as possible here. Okay, yeah, that's decently fast. Even though that was fast, you can even do it faster than that as well. But more likely than not, I'm usually gonna probably lose about like 30 seconds on this fight just because of how inconsistent it can be. But yeah, there's the final shot of the game. But yeah, guys, thank you all, everybody, for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the run, the commentary, what we did here.
I created this world. You cannot keep me here.
Ruvik. I'm going to finish this.
So yeah, if you're interested to know when the game time stops here, it doesn't stop when you smash the brain there. The in-game time actually stops when you skip the first... There's two cutscenes about to happen here. The in-game time stops once you skip the first scene here, because that's the ending cutscene, and then the second cutscene you're skipping is actually the credits. So the time's actually already stopped by then. But yeah, guys, thank you everybody for watching the video. Make sure you guys subscribe if you want to see more of this content. We do a lot of Evil Within and Resident Evil here, so. And yeah, leave a like and a comment. It helps out with the algorithm. And I'll see you guys in the next one.